Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So in this week's video, we're going to be reviewing the last and final cruise line that I've been on, which is Celebrity Cruises. And this is the final cruise line on my list of cruises that I've been on, cruise lines that I've been on, and I placed this cruise line at first in my cruise line ranking video. So if you have not seen that, go check that out right now after watching this video. Go check that video out because I ranked all the different cruise lines I've been on. And then after that video, I've been reviewing each individual cruise line, and I've split this video up into 4 different categories, which if you've seen my other cruise line review videos, then you know how this video is going to work. But if you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you right now. So let's jump into it. The first category is food. The second category is entertainment. The third category is like maintenance of the room in the ship. So like overall, how do they clean it? How well are they maintaining the ship? And like the cleanliness of the ship. And the last category is the crew, which I will explain more when we get to that category. But let's jump into this video with the first category, which is food. So overall, Celebrity Cruises had such good food. I mean, I was genuinely blown away. But I do want to give a disclaimer. I'm going to give this before I start explaining the food. But when we cruised on Celebrity Cruises, we ended up getting a free upgrade to go to suite class. I forgot what they call it, but suite level class, which means that we got access to a special restaurant for breakfast and dinner. So pretty much every breakfast and dinner we went to this restaurant, which is called Blue on Celebrity Cruises. And so I do want to give a disclaimer that definitely probably influenced how the taste of the food was and the quality of it was. But we did go to the main dining room. I think it was the first night after we ate at Blue, we went to the main dining room. And I can confirm the main dining room food is very good. It's very quality, has a lot of variety. But obviously that is just one night compared to 5 nights. So definitely take that into mind when you're watching this video. But let's continue. So as I was saying, Celebrity Cruises has such good food. I mean, genuinely, I was blown away. Their variety is so good, the quality of their food is so good, and it honestly just I'm just like looking forward to the next time that we go back on Celebrity, because the food was so good. I mean, you could never be like, oh, there wasn't enough variety, or the food didn't taste good, or you can never be like, I don't want something else on this cruise. Like, you will always find something that you want. So just definitely recommend trying Celebrity out if you're a big foodie and you love food. Definitely try Celebrity Cruises. They probably have, if not the best, one of the best foods on the sea. So definitely try them out, check them out. And so our next category is entertainment. And once again, as I mentioned with Holland and with Princess Cruises, this cruise line is more oriented towards older cruises or retirement cruisers, or people that don't really want adrenaline rushing activities. So they don't have that many adrenaline rushing activities, but they do have different activities. And compared to Princess and Holland, I would say Celebrity does have more activities in them, but not as much compared to like Carnival or Royal Caribbean. But they definitely have enough activities to where you're not bored. But if you're a person that just like seeks adrenaline rushing activities, you're obviously not going to find that Celebrity, so just be aware of that. But whenever I've been on, like when I went on Celebrity, they had different like trivia, different game shows, different activities, but there was no like water park or like flow ride or bumper cars, race cars, arcade. There was none of that. But there was enough activities to where you wouldn't be bored throughout the day. So definitely just take that into mind. And I would rate their entertainment like a good 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. They definitely did a good job for the cruiser like demographics that they were aiming for. So they definitely did a good job there. And that brings us to our third category, so we're moving right along in this video. Our third category is maintenance of the ship and room. And as I mentioned in the intro, this is just basically how do they maintain the ship overall. Do they like clean it good? Do they make sure that like everything is maintained very well, like it's not like rotting or molding or stuff like that. And I would say Celebrity does a great job at this. I mean, like 10 out of 10, they do a great job. I mean, every time there was like a mess or something, they would clean it up immediately. There was never a time that I was walking around the cruise and being like, oh, this is not cleaned enough, or this is not cleaned good enough, or they could clean this better. I feel like every single time everything was cleaned up good, and then like everything was maintained super good. I mean, the ship we went on is definitely not the newest ship. It's definitely an older ship, but everything still seemed very nice, very new, very modern. And that's definitely shout out to the crew for maintaining that very well. And just making sure that all the messes were cleaned up, making sure that everything was maintained very nicely. I mean, the room was very clean all the time. Our room steward did an amazing job of that. And everything was super clean all the time, and that's coming from a clean freak, so that says a lot about Celebrity Cruises. So they definitely deserve a 10 out of 10 on this category. They did such a good job maintaining the ship. And so that brings us to our last and final category, which is the crew. And I said that I'd explain more. So basically how I'm ranking this category, or how I'm doing this category, is like how friendly, how talkative, how willing to have a conversation is the crew. And obviously, as I've explained in my previous videos, which if you watch my previous videos then you know, there are obviously many different factors that go into this. How their day's been going, how my day's been going, whether they're an introvert or an extrovert, whether I'm an introvert or extrovert, whether I'm willing to talk about my day. I mean, a lot of times I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to talk to anyone. So obviously, as I mentioned, there's a lot of different factors that go into this. And obviously this depends on the crew that was on the ship that, like, when we went on the cruise. And so obviously this does not apply to every Celebrity Cruise, and this is just my personal experience, and this is my personal opinion. And this whole video is my personal opinion, but just take that into mind. But I would say the crew would get like a 5 out of 10. I mean, they were talkative, but they weren't as talkative and friendly as other cruise lines I've been on. There was a lot of conversations that were just hi, bye type of conversations. They weren't like super deep conversations, and there weren't like, a lot of times to start a conversation we would have to go up to them, versus a lot of cruise lines that I've gone on, the crew comes up to us and asks us, how is your day going? Do you need anything? And Celebrity is quite the opposite. And so obviously, once again, this is my personal opinion, and there are a lot of different factors that influence this, but that is just my personal experience that I experienced on our 5-day cruise. And I do want to preface, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Sorry, this is like all over the place, but this cruise was now 4 years ago. So definitely a lot can change in 4 years, so just keep that in mind. This is my experience from a cruise that we took in 2022. It's now 2026, so it's been 4 years, but that was our personal experience. And so definitely just take this video with a grain of salt, but obviously do watch this and it could still be the same. And so definitely make sure that if you guys like this video, like it, please comment down below what you guys like to see in future videos, because this is the last one in this like series, so I don't know what I'm gonna post next week, so please let me know in the comments. And please hit that subscribe button. 99.5 of my viewers don't hit that, are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. It is a free way to support this channel. It costs nothing to you. So please hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to hit 100 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys do subscribe to this channel, because it helps to make these videos. And make sure you guys comment down below right now what you guys want to see in next week's video, because I have no clue what to film. So But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next week's video.